This video is sponsored by Tupelodesignsllc, where U.S. shipping is always free with no minimum purchase and international shipping is discounted. They are also home of the daily deals, so be sure to check that out on their website. And also be sure to sign up for their newsletter, and they send great newsletters and they tell you what's on sale and what's pre-order and what's new and what's coming out. So now on to my project. I decided it would be fun to make a usable postcard. And I'm going to use this Stampendous stamp, and it's called Coffee Crazy, and it's the House Mouse series. And this is watercolor paper, and it's a 110-pound cardstock watercolor paper, so it's thicker. And this is my Gansai Tambi watercolor paint set. And these are the swatches I made on the cover. That sticker's right on the cover already, so all you have to do is swatch out the colors. And I'm going to pick a couple of red colors. So I'm going to start with like a pinky red, and that's that one right there. And they have numbers on the back. That's number 34. And then that way it corresponds with the number on the box, so you know where the colors are because it's written in Japanese. And I have a dish here, and I'm spraying some water in the dish. And I have a watercolor brush, that's like a cat tongue brush it's called. And I'm going to completely wet that watercolor paper. And now I'm just brushing some of that pinky paint on there. And I'll use two different colors for the background here. And I just, paint it on there and add water as it's needed. I'm not trying to do anything special. I'm just painting a background, so I don't have to be nice and neat about it. That's what makes this project fun. You can paint it any way you want, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to use kind of a more red color, so I'm deciding which red color I want to use. And I decide on that one right there. I can't remember the number right now, but I'm going to do the same thing. I just add more water to my dish, and I use the watercolor brush, and I just paint it on there where I want it. Then once I get it painted on there the way I want it, this is easy. It's just fun to play this way. And then once I get it where I want it, I'm going to set it there, and I'm going to spray it with some water so it kind of, dissipates a little bit or melds into each other. It flows real nice. And then after it's dry, it dried flat, I didn't have to do anything. I'm using some Distress spray ink or paint, and I'm just flopping it on there with some with the end there. I'm not using the spray nozzle. I'm just flopping it on there. And this is the Altenew halftone circles. I love this set. I use it all the time. And I'm going to use 3 of the circles, and that's the biggest circle. And I'm going to use Worn Lipstick Distress Oxide ink, and I am going to put some round dots or circles where I want them, just all over the page. And I'm just stamping with a block too. I'm not using a stamping tool for this. I'm just having a nice relaxing time creating this postcard. And I'm going to use another little circle from that same set, and that's Hero Hues Unicorn White Pigment ink. And so I'm going to use that ink, and I'm going to stamp this circle on kind of slightly off the edge of the bigger circles. And I'm going to just stamp it on all of those circles. And once I get those circles all done, I'm going to use an even smaller circle, and I will use the Distress Oxide Worn Lipstick color again, and I will stamp the smaller circle just somewhere on all of the circles, kind of next to the white dot or above the white dot, but that's the pattern I went with. Then after I get that done, I decide my white circles aren't white enough, because sometimes when that pigment ink dries, it gets lighter. So I am going to restamp those circles with the white ink again. And you can't mess these up, they're like little pixelated dots, so you can't mess them up. And now I'm going to use that house mouse stamp, and I'm putting it kind of in the middle but off to the side a little bit, because I want room for my sentiment. And I'm using my stamping tool for this because I know I'd have to stamp it a bunch of times because that watercolor cardstock is kind of bumpy. And that stays on ganache ink. It just means brown. And so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to stamp it onto my background I made there. And I have to do it like 5 times because, you know, that watercolor cardstock, like I said, is kind of bumpy. So I just keep doing that until I get the image that I want. And that's why I like the stamping tools, because you can do this. You can stamp over and over. You wouldn't be able to do that with just a stamp block. It wouldn't work well. So that's why the stamping tools are one of my favorite tools in my craft room. And once I get that the way I want it, I think this is the last one here. I think I do it like 5 times. But hey, I like it nice and dark, huh? Oh, there we go. And that's how it looks. I think it looks super cute. And I'm not going to color this at all. And that's the Hello sentiment from that Alta Nu halftone circle set. And I'm just using the same ink, the Stays On brown ink, the ganache. Doesn't that sound special? Ganache. Sounds important. Yeah, my ink's ganache. And I stamped that 2 times. And then I got it the way I want it. Nice and dark. That's what's fun about mail art, is it's actually going to go through the mail. But I'm going to mark the middle. Oh, and I forgot to mention this cardstock, this watercolor cardstock is 4 inches by 6 inches. And I'm just marking the middle. I'm marking a 3-inch little tick marks there. And the biggest size postcard you can send through the mail is 4 1/4 by 6 inches. So this size was perfect. And I'm just taking my ruler and I'm taking my Memento Tuxedo black marker, and I'm going to just draw a line straight down the middle. And I tried using the thin end, but the line was too thin, so now I'm using the brush end. And that's my line down the middle. And then I know there are stamps out there that say postcard, but I didn't have one. So I'm actually going to write on my card. And yes, I am writing backwards. I did that on purpose because I wanted the T in a certain spot. And I knew if I started writing the right way, my T would be too far away or something like that. And then I'm just taking a Spectrum Noir marker and I'm just writing postcard. And it's supposed to look kind of handmade, so I didn't go crazy with the lettering. Plus my lettering's not very good, my handwriting's not very good, but it says postcard. I wanted this to stay whimsical, so I don't mind that it looks like that. And then I'm going to take the marker again. I'm going to write to, because that's where you put the person's address, and this is from, that's where I'll put my return address. And then I'll write a nice little short message right there. And that's what I like about postcards, is you don't have to write a ton of stuff because there's not a ton of room. But that is my mail art, my postcard, and it's really usable. And I will link everything I used down below. And I've made it easy for you to subscribe to my channel if you want to. You can click my little avatar or my profile picture in the upper right. And I will also have some other interesting videos to the left. So thanks for watching. Bye.